Okay. So early voting has happened. Welcome to your Saturday vlog on early voting. Or not early voting. Well, I'll vote. Mm. Note that Dr. Pepper. Um, my mom loved to drink Dr. Pepper, so it's kind of near and dear to my heart. Um, if you are voting in Missouri, there's actually some gambling amendments. Secretary of State John Ashcroft is going to talk about some gambling, if they can have licenses and if you can gamble on a boat. If the gambling commission, can issue a license to gamble on a boat, which is, I mean, important. Boats, boats float, hopefully. In Flagler, Florida, or there's a supervisor of elections, and hunt and fish and hunting license is amendment that you're voting on. So keep in the know on some of those amendments. Some of them are important. And that's why I'm telling you not to vote for anyone. I'm telling you to pay attention to those amendments, because whether it's the Gaming Commission about giving licenses to gamble on boats, or whether or not you have to be age of 16 or 18 to get a fishing and hunting license in Florida. It's all important stuff. Get to know your amendments. Um, Kind of wanted to talk about the Battle of the Bulge. Why am I not on Wegroovy or Mourjourno or any of those things? First off, the GLP protein is actually something that's in your system. You have it already. It's in your belly. It's in your body. It's what tells your body to not eat. Tells your body when it's full. And that already functions in your body. Whether you're overeating, or whether you're emotional eating, or whether you're bombarded by having not eaten for so long, like if you do the fasting, which by the way has also been proven to be bad. Um, um, I don't um, I don't do those drugs because I one, they mimic your gallbladder, your pancreas, your um uh pancreas, gallbladder, your liver function, your spleen. Your spleen's not really all that important. You can always remove your spleen and you'll be fine, I guess. I don't know how much the spleen really pays attention. I don't know. There's a few, things that does. What it is that I am not losing weight, and it's the inflammation of the existing subcutaneous fat that I have to get rid of. And I can walk 100 miles, I can bike 100 miles, I could swim 100 miles. All that exercise would get rid of the subcutaneous fat, but it wouldn't get rid of the inflammation that makes that fat. So great. And for all the 15-minute videos of like, oh, just do this in a chair, lift 10 pounds a day, do this, do that, you have to realize Adele, Lizzo, Oprah, John Goodman, I'm trying to think of somebody else. They was just talking about it. They have trainers. They have paying people so that they lose weight. They are taking the drugs because those drugs help them not eat a lot of food. And they are paying for it. with Mounjaro, Wegovy, Ozempic, you're not going to keep, you have to take those drugs for the rest of your life to keep the weight off. And all those drugs really do, the first thing that they do is tell you not to eat. So then you don't eat. And I don't eat. I mean, that is also the a doctor recently in an article said the only surefire way to lose weight is a reduction of calorie intake, to stop eating. So, that's the first step. And so I've done that, which is great. Unfortunately, my body loves the fact that I can, if I'm drinking this can, I know it's a pound. I know this is a pound of ultra processed food. Somebody was talking about, oh, you should have oat milk. And I'm like, well, that's a carb. They're like, no, it's not. I'm like, no, oat is oat. It's a grain, and it's a carbohydrate that's liquefied. That's all it is. Well, almond milk. Okay, almonds have protein and they have fat. Whether it's healthy fat or bad fat, guess what? It's a carb. It's another thing. So I did up up my protein to 15 grams, which is really good. It's also incredibly hard. You have to put in more fiber, and you have to do more. I think I'm still drinking somewhere around 32 ounces of water. I'm not, I think the thing I have at my work is close to, I'm going to say it's close to 16 ounces. So I drink 32 ounces at work. I have 2 of those. Then they're like, oh, you shouldn't be stressed because that's causing the inflammation. I've been doing the journaling, I've been doing the coloring, I've been doing the sewing, I've been doing the exercises. My body is, I have been dealing with this for so long, and it is so disappointing to be told that I'm not good enough by society because I haven't lost weight. Your loss? Sorry. I have gone to medicals. I have gone to a doctor and I've asked for help. And they've taken tests and they said I'm fine. How can I be fine if my BMI says I'm obese? How can I be fine even if my A1C is under 7 or 6? Actually, it's under 6. How is it okay? And the reason it's okay is because of the health insurance I have. I got it through Covered California. It's not the fabulous, greatest, grandest, but the financial, they won't prescribe the Mounjaro or the Wegovy because financially it's still $1,000 a month. That's on top of a $575 medical bill payment. So I'd be paying $1,575, and when you're not making, when you're trying to like fix your credit and pay down a debt, it doesn't work. It just does not work. You don't have the extra $1,500 a month to pay for that. And they know that. They know that you're poor when you're walking in. And they know the financial burden of giving you a drug that you cannot afford Why should they prescribe it? And it wouldn't be approved by the medical company, by the medical insurance, because you don't have these your A1Cs and all that. The only marker that I get is the BMI. And it can say I'm obese, but that's not enough anymore. So bummer, huh? I know I am going to lose weight and it's going to take time. It's going to take a long time. I'm not going to put a video of me doing yoga every day. I am happy for those that have lost weight by putting a camera in front of them and doing yoga every day. Mentally speaking, I have even tried where I live to do exercises, to be out of the way and get some exercises done. And that's been interrupted. That's been an inconvenience for people. So yeah, I do want to live by myself, and maybe that will change some things. But I have to get to that point. I have to pay the credit down and so forth. So that's your Battle of the Bulge update. Have you done GeoGuessr? Do some GeoGuessing. I've got hooked on it, and while I haven't traveled very many places, I'm pretty close on a few things. It's funny, I watched somebody in France and somebody in Europe and somebody in Australia, and I watched their travels and so forth, and it's kept me around the 10% of people that know how to do it. Well, anyway, have a great Saturday.